Hey everyone, my name's Andrew Bronski, and this is my channel for educational technology, ABC for EdTech. In this video, we're looking at the Brightspace Portfolio app and its Funster mode, specifically using it via the class device mode and the at-home mode, and looking at how our youngest learners can do documentation of learning themselves via a picture and an audio recording. If you're more interested in learning about Brightspace Portfolio itself, I've done a detailed walkthrough video on using that tool, and you can find a link to that video in the description below. So, why would you want to use the Funster mode with your students? Well, first of all, it's geared specifically towards our youngest learners and enabling them and empowering them to do documentation themselves through taking a picture and then recording themselves speaking about it or sharing an audio reflection. It can be used in multiple different ways. So there's a class device mode, which is great for if you're in the classroom and you say have an iPad or another kind of tablet being shared amongst a few educators and or the students themselves. It can be passed on quickly and easily to be shared. Or via the at-home mode, it can be shared by siblings if they're learning from home and used quite easily to take that picture and share that audio themselves. Because we're talking about our youngest learners, logging in can be an issue, especially for dice that's being shared back and forth. Brightspace Portfolio gives you and your students access to QR codes, so you can quickly just scan that QR code via the app, and it notifies you that it's into your class and or goes right into the class and to that student's profile themselves, which is a really, really nice feature. And then the last piece is for our youngest learners taking some documentation. You can imagine getting some pretty blurry pictures, and if they're getting it, the app is actually built to talk to them, walk them through the steps, and make sure they hold the device steady to get a clear picture and confirm that it's a picture they want to share before it takes it and then uploads it to the cloud for you. And then lastly, it's privately shared between you as the educator, your students, and your parents or guardians. So, with that being said, let's have a look. When using the class device or at-home modes in Brightspace Portfolio, teachers and students use a QR code to sign in, whether for either or the other. There's a couple ways to get at that. So here I am in a class as an educator. First of all, I'm going to click on Portfolio to go to the class portfolio. And across the top here, I'm going to see an option for print class pass cards as an instructor. So if I click on that, it's going to show me a page that has a QR code for the class. That's for the class device mode, so a teacher can pre-set up a iPad or other tablet in their class to scan the QR code to say it's for this class, and then other students or other educators in the class can scan the QR codes for specific students to do documentation. An educator can print this off to use in their classroom or to share home if they like. There's also the option to download these QR codes and images. So as a student here for elementary demo here, as an example, I can click the little cloud with the down arrow icon to download an image of just that QR code that I could then email to that student or share with them that way as well. Now, students and parents or guardians supporting from home can also access the QR codes for your class and for themselves right from their own account. So here I am now in an elementary demo student account. I'm going to, a couple ways to get this. They can simply click on their profile icon at any time and click on My Portfolio, or if there's a portfolio icon on their class navbar, they can click on that as well. Now, it will show them the courses that they are currently logged into or enrolled in that are active that they can use Portfolio for. I'm going to click on Demo Class here because that's what I want to do documentation for. From here, they can see their current documentation, review any feedback, and they also have an option to print class pass cards. So they can click that from here, and then they will see their class and also an icon for themselves. They can also download these or print these off, or best yet, just right from their computer screen, if they have a tablet along with it, can scan it right off the computer screen. So to start, we're going to look at the Portfolio app here for Funster mode via family device. This would be great from home for multiple young learners or even just one looking to do documentation and share that learning with their teacher. I've got the Brightspace Portfolio app downloaded to my device here and click to open it. And you'll see I'll be given these 3 options to access the app. I've got class device, my device, and family device. I click on family device, and then I've got the at-home mode, which would be for a bit older learners or adults, and Funster for our youngest learners. So I'm gonna click Funster, and I'll see I get this sleeping monster now. So at this point, it can be passed off to the student, or the student could get themselves here, and then be ready to go. So to do some documentation here, I'm going to click Wake Time to wake up the Funster monster.
Well, hey there.
And you'll see I'll get some great audio feedback welcoming me. I can click Let's Go.
Can you show me your pass card, please?
And this is where the student needs to scan their pass card for the educator's class. I've got one downloaded on my computer screen here, so I'm going to simply hold it up and scan it in.
Can I see some of your cool work?
Scanning it's quite easy and it picks it up quite well. So now it's asking me to take a picture as a student. When I'm ready to snap the picture, I'm going to click Picture Time.
Hold still.
Now,
hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Do you like the way this looks?
Now, it uses the gyroscope in the camera to make sure the student holds it still and gives them that countdown and won't snap the picture until it's been held still for 3 seconds. As you can see here, it will then ask the student if they want to use that picture that was snapped. If they like it, they can click yes. If not, they can click no, and it will go back to the camera. I'll select yes here.
Can I hear more about your work? Tap the button to start recording.
And from here, I can just click Talk Time to tell my teacher my thoughts about this picture I snapped. This book is called The Darkest Dark. It's by Chris Hadfield, and it's about a boy wanting to go to space.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
From there, the Funster monster goes back to sleep, and can be used again by another student to do some documented learning, or by the same student to scan their own QR code again. We'll now look at the class device mode. So this would be great in your classroom if you have a few tablets like an iPad ready to be passed around the class and used by students or by a couple educators in the class to do documentation quickly and easily. So again, I'm going to click the Portfolio app, and I'm going to X out of these actually, and it's good to see you can X back via the top left to go back to the start, or you can simply refresh the app to start from the beginning. So now that we're looking at class device, I'm going to select my class device mode, and again, since we're looking at Funster, I'm going to click In Class with Funster. From here, it's asking me as the educator to scan your class card to let your students add evidence to their secure portfolio. Back in my class on the web, if I click on Portfolio and then click off the Print Class Pass Cards, right off my computer I can scan that. So I'm going to hold up here, I've got open my laptop, I have a class card for this classroom, so I'm going to hold to scan it, and it scans in, and it's going to say welcome to me as the educator and let me know the class that this is being set up for. If it's not the class you wanted or you scanned the wrong QR code, you can click change course. But since this is the class I want to do documentation for, I'm going to click Let's Go. Now I'm brought back to the Sleeping Funster model. So now this is set up, ready for my class's documentation. You could have student QR codes, wherever it might be on devices or printed off around the class. This now could be shared with a student, or again, an educator could do this documentation quickly in class, and it's the same process. Click Wake Time.
Well, hey there.
And once the student's ready, they can click Let's Go.
Can you show me your pass card, please?
Now the student can take the iPad in class and scan their personal QR code to log in.
Can I see some of your cool work?
And now it's ready for the picture. So the student, when they're ready to snap their picture,
hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Do you like the way this looks?
the student can again confirm the picture and say this is going to be a reading task. I want to show my reading skills.
Can I hear more about your work? Tap the button to start recording.
I'll click talk time. The story of a boy who faced his fears and went on to reach the stars.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
That documentation will now be uploaded to the cloud and into your class for you to review as an educator and to leave some feedback to share with the student and parents/guardians if you like. I hope you found this review of the Brightspace Portfolio Funster Mode helpful. Again, if you want a more detailed look at using Brightspace Portfolio in whole on the web, my device mode, also looking at collecting and assessment and feedback with it, please look for the link in the description below and you can watch that video to access those resources. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you'd let me know just by clicking that little thumbs up button down here on YouTube. It's really great feedback for me. If you ever have any questions or comments, or there's something you'd like to see from me, please feel free to leave me a comment on the video below. And if you'd like to stay on top of future videos from me as they come out, you can click that subscribe button and or that little bell to be notified as future videos come out. Thanks for watching, and all the best.